I just thought about what I'm dealing with. A lot of these beings attached to me are actually terrorists. And I said this years ago. I actually forgot for a few months while I was sort of fighting for my life, you could say. I will also say this is a special process, primarily of preservation, but what along the way, what I often see is the best way to preserve is to destroy, and sometimes it's it's heal too. But not in a way where I am drained. And if somehow some kind of draining of my energy happens, that is when we destroy, and it should not be happening in the first place. I'm realizing I've got these terrorists attached to me. While I've had difficulty dealing with them over the years, they've had sort of been given the opportunity to recklessly attack others, using my energy while I'm sort of in these vulnerable spots that I get into. Now, other people are slowly sort of picking up a taint from being attacked so much. Some people just get on with their lives and they learn how to see that they don't need to be attacked at all. At all, they see that they can just live an authentic life, be themselves, and not put any focus on not stalk me. And along with these understandings, they see that just by being themselves, they don't get attacked, they don't get hurt. But many people, and I mean, you could say this is a way to test if someone is a disharmonic being or not. Although ultimately, I prioritize that we don't set the intention to attack beings so that we can find out if they're disharmonic or not. Because of course, if we attack beings and they become disharmonic, then it's unfair. It's unnatural. It's a sick kind of behavior. Because the best way to avoid disharmony, which is our priority, is to always have faith, always trust that we always have the ability, any one of us, to be as harmonic as we can be. It's never my intention to attack anyone, but these beings attached to me, as out of control as they are now, because they are really not in control of themselves in many ways. It is still their responsibility, it's still their intention, and when I see these rare times where they get their chance, they get their opportunity to make a choice of, do I continue to attack? Do they continue to attack me because they hold a lot of resentment for me? Some quite understandable, but still, ultimately their responsibility, and they have, they can easily choose to not to hate, but to enjoy their life. But whenever I see them get these opportunities to cease their attempts to manifest my slavery and suffering, and you wouldn't believe how deep the suffering they would choose to manifest really goes. You could argue they lose control of themselves once they get to a certain amount of suffering, but I see most of them actually they'll just keep going anyway. But I mean, it is their delusion as well. So, I mean, they're mad, but they set these intentions as well. You know, so I mean, it is sad to see that, you know, there's still, you know, I've said so many times, if I had it my way, I would have just destroyed them in a huge way earlier, and I swear I saw the understanding to do so, but it got lost. And because these beings weren't sort of preemptively dealt with, now what I'm seeing is, you know, their continued attacks over months, over years, the torture of innocent people, constant torture of innocent people, has led many of other, what I consider to originally be innocent people, to pick up a taint. And it does reveal the disharmony in these people, but ultimately it could have been avoided for many of these people, and they could have been much more. They could have